Hi guys, Dolly Does Music here and welcome to a new video. And today I'll be talking about the 1975's new, well not new anymore, but recent album called I Like It When You Sleep, as you are so beautiful yet so unaware of it. Bloody hell, that's a long album title. But yeah, I've started to get really into this band and I bought both of their albums, and here is the album cover if you haven't seen it. Don't know if you can see with the light, but yeah, there's like a pink light in background with white as well. Still got the cough. Hopefully we'll be able to get through there with another tape. But yeah, the 1975 is also the name of the first track, and then it's just an introduction song really with a very mellow ambient tone with some vocals from the band. Then the second track is Love Me. It starts off with a really cool sounding guitar that bounces from year to year if you have earphones in. So like if you listen to this song with earphones in, take one of them out at the start and then you'll notice it'll go a bit quieter in one ear and whatever. It's a very danceable song that I come back to regularly. It's very enjoyable and fun in my opinion, and you can hear the drums banging a lot, but they're not really obnoxious sounding. Has a very Bowie sounding tone to it. Possibly it's a tribute song from them to Bowie, as they are a British band. And then the third song actually, is called Ugh, literally called Ugh. But it's a very good, very odd but good sounding synth used throughout the song, and it talks about not giving up on a relationship. There's a nice little breakdown near the middle of the song. I admit that I'm a bit torn with this song. I really enjoy the chorus, but it's not one of my favourites to be honest. Then there's a Change of Heart that comes up as track number 4. It has a very mellow tone, which seems to be very consistent through the album. It has some weird synths which also have what sounds like a gospel singer backing them up. It seems to be about a relationship nearing the end, and it seems to link to the previous album, which refers to when it references that she looked like she had a face from a magazine, which he said in past songs on that album. I'm finding love in the city, and the city obviously being the first track on the first album they released. The next song is She's American, which is really 80s sounding, talking about a possible new lover, or maybe his current / ex-lover. Again, it's a very danceable and mellow song, and it says about what seems like very stereotypical things that Americans like, which is like consists of like wanting nice teeth and also thinking that all British people are intelligent, which obviously is true, obviously. And then the next song is called If I Believe You, which is the second longest song on the album, clocking in at over 6 minute song. It questions religion a lot, mostly Christianity, and it also has a gospel choir in the chorus, which actually don't overpower Matty Healy's voice. It says that if you wanted him to be religious, then God shouldn't have made him atheist, which obviously they're talking about Matt Healy as he's the singer. It also has a nice little saxophone part halfway through the song, which is accompanied with a very small amount of drums. It lasts only about a minute, but it's very relaxing. It says that he may have lost his head, which is a title of a song, which is 2 tracks later, which is obviously called Lost My Head. The next song is Please Be Naked, it has no vocals in there at all. It starts off very quiet and then builds up until about 40 seconds, and then a piano starts playing. The build up obviously is for atmosphere, which the band are very good at, I would say. It also sounds like they have a harp, which might be mimicking water, and it also has a sound which sounds like a duck. There's also trumpets, xylophones, and saxophones being used. Basically, it sounds like they brought in a whole orchestra to do this song. The next song is Lost My Head, which has a very weird start, and the use of instruments sounds like they chucked a cat on a piano and taught a dog how to strum a guitar, which isn't like mocking them, it's just that's what it sounded like to me. But I'm not mocking them. I quite like it, to be honest, but yeah. It does have Matthew Healy give a vocal performance which makes it sound like he's whispering as well. Then there's the ballad of Me and My Brain, which starts off with a quiet harmony and then a bass guitar kicks in. Starts off by saying that he thinks he's going insane, which is a reference to the song before. And then it's a bit weird in the lyrical sense as he says he's lost his brain somewhere. And also people want to have an autograph from him, but he just wants to find his brain. It's a bit weird, I don't know how to explain it really, but I like it anyway. Then Somebody Else is the next song, which is probably my second favourite song from the album, and also one of the longest, clocking in at over 5-minute song long. It talks about him trying to piece his life together after leaving a woman, and now she is obviously with somebody else. It's just a really chilled out and all round great song. I love the synth driven breakdown near to the end of the song. Just sounds great in my opinion. Then Loving Someone is my third favourite song from the album. It seems like he's rambling now that he's left his relationship with his ex, and he thinks that he should move on and love someone else, but instead he's just trying to have sex to forget about it. It's just a really calm and nice song that is just pleasing to the ear when you hear it. And the title track is the next song. I won't say all of the track's name as is bloody long, too long to say. And it's also the longest song as well, clocking over at 6 minutes long. It's very atmospheric build through most of the song. Then Matty Healy comes in with a quite quiet vocal performance. The atmosphere just keeps building, and that is something that I love from the 1975, and they are really good at it, and they use their full advantage in the song. This seems to be where he finds his new lover and starts falling in love and having a great time with her, which is apparent with the last couple of songs on the album. Next is The Sound, which is probably what most people have heard. It's also probably my favourite song on the album, as it helped me to get interested in this phenomenal band. It's just a really fun and playful song, which has him basically telling his ex that he has moved on and doesn't care what she thinks of him now. And the build of the song is very radio friendly, but it's also very fun and just all round great in my opinion. The guitar solo near the end as well is just simply phenomenal. The all round is just danceable and fun, which is a lot like most of the songs on this album. And then This Must Be My Dream is another great, very danceable and fun song that you can also just chill out to. He is just starting to get really into this new girl that he believes that he didn't love before but now is deeply in love with, that he thinks that he's dreaming. Near the end it just has a wonderfully used saxophone, which again sounds great. All around it's a really good song. And then Paris is the next song, which has a very weird sounding synth that is consistent through most of the song. And has a nice bit of bass guitar in it. It seems like the relationship is just blossoming, and he really wants to take her to Paris, which of course is known as the City of Love. There's a nice synth breakdown near the end. It's quite simply just a nice and peaceful song which you can just sit back and relax to, as so are the next two songs. Again, Nana is the next song, and it is very chilled and seems to be an acoustic driven song. It seems to be about his nan or someone else's nan dying, which of course is very sad, but is also very calming and relaxed. It gives a small reference of If I Believe You when he says I know God doesn't exist. It's very different compared to other songs on the album. And the only one that's sort of linked with is the next one, which is called She Lays Down, which kicks in with an acoustic guitar which continues through all the song. And personally I think all of the songs on the album are very emotional, which is something we haven't seen a lot of in 2016. Personally, I adore this album, and I'm gonna give it a total rating of 5 out of 5. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.